Welcome to your Islanders Prospect Weekend Update for September 18 and 19. So over the weekend, there were 5 games involving Islanders prospects. So let's get to each one of those games and then talk about one particular prospect, and that's Alex Ljungkrantz. So game 1 on Saturday was Brynäs against Djurgårdens. Brynäs lost 3-2. Alex Ljungkrantz played as an extra, and that means he played a whole 3 minutes and 55 seconds. He was barely on the ice at all. Had one shot that went wide, and that's it. That's a stat line. But honestly, when you play 355, you don't expect a whole lot of things to show up on the stat sheet. I honestly thought he'd get more of a shot with Brynäs, not only because he signed that 2-year contract over the summer, but also because he's kind of transitioning into that role for them, and they're a lower side squad. Like, come on, guys, give your youth the chance here. You're not really giving this kid a chance. Game number 2 on Saturday featured Etuliukas playing against TPS. That's the Islanders' 2021 5th-round pick. He plays a bottom 6 role, usually in the 4th line for TPS. He played again on the 4th line on the wing, had 12 minutes and 4 seconds, and really didn't have anything else on the stat sheet. But as I've shown in previous videos, just because he doesn't get a full shot on net or doesn't put up any points doesn't mean that he isn't effective with the ice time that he is given. He very much is effective. He's a physical player. He gets in their face. He makes them commit errors. And then he also adds a little bit of offense. Of course, he didn't add any offense on Saturday, but you'll take what you can get from him, and what he gives or what you get is worth a lot, even if it doesn't, again, show up on the stat sheet. Specifically here, TPS was able to shut out Lukko, which is a big deal for them because the Lukko had their TPS's number all year last year. All year. And so to be able to get one over them this year is great. And Etuliukas certainly played his part in this. Game number 3 on Saturday featured Kalpa against Pelicans. Henrik Tikkanen did not play for Kalpa. He was the backup goalie. But Matias Rajanemi did. And when I say did, I don't really mean that he played a lot. He had 6 minutes and 42 seconds worth of ice time. Not a whole lot of ice time for the big D-man who's looking to take that next step. Like, he doesn't really get that little amount of ice time. So maybe there's something going on there that I need to investigate. Like, maybe he's hurt. So I'll check in on that because that number seems very low. He did get a shot on goal and finished with a +1 in that 6 minutes and 42 seconds worth of ice time as Pelicans lost 3-2. So good day for Rajanemi in terms of stat sheet outside of the ice time, of course. But yeah, he's not really getting a lot of ice time right now, which is a concern that I will follow up on. Game 4 on Saturday featured the St. John Sea Dogs against the Acadie Bathurst Titans. Acadie Bathurst Titans won it 4-3 in OT. William Dufour again scored a goal. That means he's got 5 goals over 9 periods of play. That's pretty insane. There's only one player in the QMJHL who has more goals than William Dufour in the preseason for the QMJHL. That's pretty impressive. He also had 3 shots on goal. One of them was dangerous and finished with a +1 on the day. I assume the dangerous shot was the one he actually scored. I don't have video of it, so it is what it is. But either way, he's got 5 goals in 3 games. That's insane. That's insane levels of production. And yes, it's preseason hockey, so it's not really the top caliber for each of the teams. But there's still something there when you got a kid who's just popping off like that on the top line, in the top 6. He did play top line hockey in this game here. So good things are going to happen for Williams Dufour with the St. John Sea Dogs this year. It's almost guaranteed. The 5th and final game of the weekend was on Sunday with Brynäs' U20 side taking on Leksands' U20 side. Alex Ljungkrantz was playing, so he's going back and forth between the senior squad in the SHL and the U20 squad in the J20 National. And he put up 2 goals, 3 shots on goal, and finished with a +1 in Brynäs' 8-3 drubbing of Leksands. You'll remember last year that Alex Ljungkrantz started the year at the U20 squad and was dominant. 15 points in 16 games. Well, he's picked up the pace again now, has 3 points in 3 games with the U20 squad. He's just clearly a level above that. He's ready for the SHL. That doesn't mean he's ready for the NHL or even the AHL yet, but he's ready for the next step. And I have no idea why Brunus isn't really playing him that frequently at the top level. It's clear they don't feel comfortable in doing so yet, at least full time, but I don't see why they shouldn't be developing this player. I guess they're doing it, right, technically at the U20 level, but when you see him dominating the U20 level for the second year in a row, you're going, guys, there's something there. Bring him up. Let him run. Don't give him 3 minutes and 55 seconds worth of ice time. Let him run. But it is what it is. Now, I've got video of his goals. We don't see Alexander Ljungkrantz a lot, so I made sure to get the video whenever I can for this player. And so here's the first goal. And you can see him kind of work from the wing or work wide and get himself into and in front of the net. And then when the shot comes in from the point, he's watching the whole way, heads up, redirects it through the goalie, and he got a goal. Nothing really complicated there, right? To the front of the net. Take the eyes away from the goalie and try to get a stick on the puck coming in from the blue liner. That's it. That's an easy play. Of course, things have to line up. Like the shot's got to come in your direction. You've got to hit it with your stick. So there's a lot of skill involved, but the decision making to get himself into that position is what you love to see. The second goal that he scored on the day came on the power play, and you can see him playing the kind of bumper role, right, where he's not necessarily planted in front of the goalie, he's kind of in the slot area, and he does it so well. He's not really doing a whole lot, right? Like, he's not moving a ton, but he's constantly trying to work himself into some space between those four defenders, and as the puck is working around, they work out enough space to open him up, and the second the puck gets there, he just rifles it on net, and it's in. He's in a high danger scoring area and he converts. Like, sure, it's easy to kind of convert from there, but the team does a good job and he does a good job following the puck around and making sure that he's ready when that puck gets to his stick and it doesn't stick there very long. So good job from Alexander Ljungkrantz, again, getting another goal here and doing the simple things right. It's not a high skill play. It's not a high IQ play either. It's simple stuff. And if you can execute on the simple stuff, the Islanders have a role for you, whether that be at the NHL level or AHL level. They have a role for guys who can do the simple things. Sure enough, he can probably do more than this, but you know he can do the simple stuff. That's your weekend update for the date of September 18th and September 19th. More is coming. Thank you for following. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button. Do it. And if you have already, I thank you, thank you, thank you.